national anthem. Having a little bit of technical difficulty.
No, we're not. Okay, I'm ready when you are.
All right. Ready.
I gotta be Dan, but I suck at being Dan. Dan knows what he's talking about. I don't. Oh, hey, Turk fans. Ready to play some ball. I am Dave Moon. I am filling in for Dan Bell for a little bit. And my producer is Sultan. And of course, always joined by Mickey Miller, running the score. So, you're joining us this beautiful afternoon. I hope the rain holds out. We are playing Cedar Park Christian. I do not know Cedar Park's record. Maybe Zoltan can look it up as our executive producer real quick. If you go to turkpride.tv and then click at the very top NW Athletics, and it'll bring you to the page that has all the stats. 72 miles an hour. Right there. Jeff Hamilton's our pitcher today. And Kobe Keeler's putting on his catcher's mitt for the day. Lawson Coy's going to be our first baseman. Joe Day is playing second. Shortstop is Austin Wiedemann. And third base is Jaden Boyd. I say go to the full site because this thing sucks. And then up here at the top, Sultan.
Now batting for
Sultan.
Cedar Park Christian is number 14, Jensen Lahari.
Sultan. Baseball. There's baseball. And then you can hit Cedar Park Christian right here to get their record. So you can just click on their name to get their record. Our record is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 0. I think this is the first regular season game. 2 balls, no strikes. This is our first regular season game. Up till now, Turks are 0-5. How many games have they won? Out of 5. Ooh, it looks like Cedar Park is 4 out of 5. Just a bit low on that one. 3 balls, 1 strike, the count. Our scoreboard's working today, so that's a bonus. There was some technical difficulties with our scoreboard last week. You've taken batter, ball 4. Yep, batter takes his base.
Now batting number 6, Michael Dolan.
Up next is Michael Dolan for Cedar Park. We did find out our scoreboard problem was a keyboard driver error.
If somebody unplugged this,
Yeah, it was whoever is driving the keyboard.
doesn't normally unplug it.
Oh, binged him. Well, number 6 is taking his base. That puts runners on 1 and 2.
Number 9,
No outs.
Fazio.
Up next is Cole Fazio. Cool name. Kind of has a Happy Days ring about it. Oh, look at that. We get a couple base steals out of that. Both runners advance 1. I need to get you some paperweights or something, huh?
Android phone. Pretty sure you figured that's a paperweight.
Or it is a paperweight. Androids are paperweights. No, the only true phone was a Windows phone. And for some reason, that just didn't make it. Oh, hard swing and a miss. 1 and 1. Yeah, it never came. The Windows phone never came out on a big screen. Otherwise, I would have had one. Ooh, he ducked out of the way of that one. I think our pitcher's just dialing himself in. My dog does that when he goes outside. Yeah, she does it every time she walks in. She kicks her feet clean. It's weird.
Rips up the grass, makes my husband really angry.
Ooh, hard swing. The runner was thinking about going home. He changed his mind. So, put on the headset. This is your mute button, so down for talk, up for mute. You should be muted. There you go. Yeah, just throw it on. See if we can get our executive producer on the air. Go ahead and flip down in front of you. You want to be about half an inch away from your mouth. Oh, good hit. Deep, deep right field. And he didn't catch it. It looked like he did. That's going to bring home 1 runner. 2 runners. Okay, Zoltan, you want to update that score to 2-0?
Now batting number 2, Brent.
No. Cedar Park's away. So it's away to home, nothing. I don't think you hit that score. There you go. It's a nice deep hit. Runner on second, Zoltan. Zoltan, do you play baseball?
No.
That one got a little way from him. Catcher saved it. 2 balls, no strikes. Still at the top of the first. Score is 2-0. And no outs. Oh, Mickey. Because we screwed up. Are you going to tell everybody you're having technical difficulties? Two balls, no strikes. Four balls, runner takes his base. Up next. Number 8, Ben Hall. Ooh, solid hit. Oh, right through the second baseman's glove. It's going to bring home 1 run. That single brought home 1 runner and puts another one on third. Up next, number 11, Brett Henson. That's really crazy for a baseball game. I'd like to remind our viewers at home, if you're watching, and especially if you're a Cedar Park Christian fan, I'd like you to click on through to YouTube. I'll finish that thought in a second here. Oh, runner tries to steal first. And he makes it. And that brings a runner home as well. 4-0, the runner on second. So if you're a Cedar Park Christian fan, go ahead and click on through to YouTube and hit that subscribe button for me. All that's going to do is just tell YouTube that you're interested in watching our games. It's not going to start spamming you. I'm not going to tell you when our games are on. All you're doing is just saying that you like this content. And that's how we keep TurkPride.tv free, is through the YouTube revenue. So please, please, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you do want to be notified when TurkPride.tv games are on, just hit the little bell next to the subscribe button. And then you'll get that email and that pop-up. Strike 1. And 1 ball. Our pitcher's getting dialed in now. Oh, strike 2. I like this ump. I love it when the umps are animated. And foul ball. Right next to where Mickey Miller parked. And runner on second is going to go ahead and steal third. Oh, hold on 1 second. I'll tell you. That 73-mile-an-hour ball got a little bit away from him. 4, runner takes his base. Up next, for Cedar Park Christian, number 3. I didn't see a number 3 on the list. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong side. London Kennard. Also, folks at home, if you like, you click on over to YouTube, you are welcome to correct our pronunciation or names just by hitting that chat window right there. We see everything that you send to us via that chat window. And believe me, we appreciate the help from the viewers. Because sometimes the handwriting is atrocious, we don't have first names.
Now batting number 3, London Kennard.
Names are mixed up, all kinds of stuff. Now you have to open up YouTube and have that window open too. And go to our game and always make sure that the sound is off for anything you're doing on YouTube. And I like to reduce the quality down a little bit too. Because it doesn't have to be anything fancy. Oh, pop fly, center field. Lands right between all 3 of them. They all look at the ball, decide who's going to pick it up. That's good for a single. Runner on first, runner on second. Up next, for Cedar Park Christian, number 17. Number 17, Aaron something. I know it's Aaron because we're saying, come on, Aaron. Ooh, 72-mile-an-hour screamer. Not a strike. Gotta change it. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Oh, that one got away from him a little bit. That's going to let runner steal. Now somebody on second and third. Cedar Park's coming to us with a 4-1 streak. Turks are on 5. This is the first of our league play for us. Mickey, I like how the mitts are colorful. I remember when I was in school, if you had a colorful mitt, it was a toy. You know, it wasn't a real mitt. And you get made fun of. Now it seems to be the thing. The colored leather. Ball 4, runner takes his base. That makes it a runner on every base. With 0 outs. Up next is number 4, Jailer Katie.
Number 4, Katie.
Please, if you're watching at home, go ahead and tell us if we're butchering names. We know our guys' names. Oh. Gets a piece of it, hits it foul. Man, sounds terrible. Oh, right into the pitcher's hands. He misses it. And a beautiful opportunity for a force out there, but we missed it. Brings another runner in at 6-0.
Now batting number 14, Jensen Levine.
That brings Jensen back up to bat. This is the second time at bat this. So we've come full circle in our lineup. Yes. Strike one. Like is not received. Just one finger for one, two fingers for two. Ooh, hard swing. Strike two. Yep, he checked that. Ooh, batter ducks for that one. Full count, 3-2. Looking out of the fans, Cedar Park Christian side is near capacity. Sultan side is standing room only. Okay. One force out. Brings in another runner.
Batting number 6, Michael Doyle.
That brings Michael Doyle back up for Cedar Park. And a tattoo on his arm. That is one magnificent looking tattoo. Or is that a t-shirt? I think it's a t-shirt. That's just awe-inspiring. I'd like to know if that's a t-shirt or real. Oh, yep, we got stealing going on. Call the cops. Both runners advance one base. Put your runner at second and third. One ball, no strikes. I'm sorry. One ball, one strike. That was a ball. Bet you guys can't wait till Dan Ballard gets on air. Ballard should be here soon. He's probably listening and laughing on his way over here. Keeler's our catcher. He's doing a good job keeping up with those strays. Ooh. Batter's going to take his base. That's going to load the bases up.
Number 9, Cole Fazio.
Let's bring him back, Cole Fazio. The Foz, I like to call him. Here we go, Foz. Ball one. Strike one. That one got a little away from him. Ball three. Sultan, we got anything happening on our YouTube chat?
Nope.
Ooh, deep in left field, easy out, easy catch. There it is, right there. Runner on third starts taking off, and he's going to be easily safe. So that brings the runner that was on third home, and a runner on first and second stay.
Number 2, Brandon McLean.
Brings the score up to 8-0, 2 outs. Or 0-8, 2 outs. Oh, and an error. And an overthrow, which is going to bring home another runner. And that puts Cedar Park up 9-0. But I remind you, the Turks have not had a chance at that yet. We're going to turn this around. Up now, we bring back Ben Hong. Ooh. Hit straight at our pitcher. He ducks out of the way right in the nick of time. Bring one runner home. That batter's holding it first. And a runner on third. Bring the score to 10-0. Number 11, Brett Hanson's up. The second time we've seen Brett in the first inning. That's the ball. Oh, gets a good hit on it right to the shortstop. It's going to fumble it a little bit, throw it first, and the guy makes it. He's safe at first. We got runners at first and second. Number 3, London, is up to bat. Another solid hit to the shortstop. And a slight bobble at first. I'm pretty sure you could have thrown that to the second baseman and forced out, right? Yeah, he could have. Yeah. Oops.
Number 17, Aaron.
Bases loaded. Everybody's taking a little bit of a lead. That second base, or that runner on second's feeling pretty cocky. He's leading off quite a bit. He tightened it up a little bit, but there he goes. Drifting out, drifting out. Strike one. Strike two. Checked it. All two. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Down 0 to 11. Ooh, gets a good hit. Hits it out to, oh, shortstop almost grabbed it. Brings in 1 runner. Keeps the bases full.
Number 4.
Up to bat next, number 4. If Mickey can't say it, I'm not going to try. Ball, one last time. Strike 1. There you go. Just keep throwing them like that. Oh, I do believe I hear my relief coming up the stairs. I won't be putting you guys to sleep any longer.
You parked like way out there.
There you go. We're just closing the top of the first.
What is my lead supposed to be here as I'm just walking into that?
He's too not the pitcher.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. You put a headset. You got to put my hair a little bit.
Dan, welcome.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? You?
How about now?
Check, 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 check.
You still hear? I hear you.
I can't hear myself.
Let's see. Sorry, guys. We're going to work a technical difficulty here.
It's all right.
Headset
Technical
green.
difficulties here.
How about now, Dan?
Test, test, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2. No. Where did you do it?
Yeah, we were. You want to plug in your one next to you? So, Dan, to fill you in, we're at the bottom of the first. We're looking at 12 to nothing. I was commenting how much I really like the. I was commenting how much. Yeah, you want to change the bottom of the second, the bottom of the first. There we go.
Is that better? There, that's better.
You hear yourself?
Jeez.
Wow.
All right.
So I was commenting how much I love this umpire. He's very animated.
Well, that's cool.
I like those animated ones.
We like that. So, yeah, I apologize, first of all, to got tied up at the office. Meeting, kind of impromptu meeting. So, but we're here, and it looks like unfortunately, I've missed a lot. Am I reading that score correctly?
You are reading that, and you can read the scoreboard today. I want you to point out.
Poor Mickey over here.
We got a new keyboard driver, and it all works well now. Or we rebooted the keyboard driver.
I could have swore, it's like the other day it was like, well, it's just really sunny, it's really bright and washed out there. But anyway, that wasn't the case. Anyway, we digress. So, wow. First inning looks like it was. Now we're playing Cedar Park today, correct?
We are.
Okay, so Cedar Park out there in their navy and white pants, and the hometown Turks, and they're all whites. Turks are going to get their first chance here, but it looks like Cedar Park put quite a few on the board there in that first inning. So now it's up to the Turks to see if they can start to chip away at that lead. Positive thing, lots of time to go, right? We're only at the bottom of the first.
That's right, lots of time to make up.
A lot of baseball left to play. So, all right, Lawson Coy, number 1, steps in for the Turks.
So, Dan, your executive producer today is Zoltan.
Zoltan, welcome back. Jeez, we missed you, man. Zoltan is here. Zoltan's in the house today.
Whoop, whoop.
swing, and fouled off the screen. Now Zoltan's not old enough to remember the movie Big, but you know Zoltar was the name of the character at the arcade machine. You know that he made the wish to become bigger.
Oh.
Zoltar.
Here,
Zoltar
actually,
Speaks.
I have a picture of Zoltar.
Zoltar Speaks
I-
was the name of the arcade machine. Yeah.
I took a picture of it and sent it to you, didn't I?
So whenever I hear Zoltan's name, I think of that movie.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
yeah.
a fortune teller machine. Yep. Old arcade fortune telling type machine. Yep. Oh, wow. Hot shot right back at the pitcher, knocks it down and makes the play over to first for out number 1. Yes, it is. It's one of those upright old fortune telling. You put a quarter in there and it spits a little card out with your fortune.
Number 7, Joe Day.
Joe Day, number 7, stepping in. Chop, foul, strike 1.
Go ahead, Zoltan. I can step back.
There we go. So, Dave, what else? Anything new and exciting in your world, or on Turk Pride? Busy week. on
Busy-
Turk Pride,
yeah, we got,
TurkPride.tv. Oh, hit him. Hit by pitch. Want to take one for the team? He tossed down to first base. So, what do you got? Get just baseball tonight, or get something else going on?
Nope,
tonight?
just baseball tonight.
Just baseball tonight, and then tomorrow we've got baseball again.
Is it tomorrow or is it
Wednesday.
Wednesday?
So Monday, Wednesday for baseball, but then we've got girls softball really cranking up. I think you said.
Wednesday is girls softball as well.
Uh-huh.
Let's
Girls have
see.
2
Do
games,
I
I
still have
think,
my
this
notes? There we go.
Ah, here we go. So yes, baseball. We're getting into and pitch.
So we're meeting
Right.
we're meeting Cedar Park Christian again on Wednesday.
Correct. So we're into league play now, where you play each team, your opponents, 3 times in the single A classification, 2 home, 1 away, and then vice versa. The Turks have the home series advantage, and 2 of the 3 games will be here in Sultan, and 1 will be away at Cedar Park. And then some of the other opponents will be opposite, where they'll have 2 away games and 1 home game. But there are 3 game sets against all the single A opponents, which would be Cedar Park, Granite Falls, South Whidbey. Time. Hamilton steps out. So yeah, Dave, Wednesday, it's going to be a busy day. You're going to be a busy man on
Wednesday's going to be a busy day.
You're going to be a busy man. We got softball, baseball, and soccer. Ball is low to Hamilton.
So Zoltan can't produce on Wednesday, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to make this work.
Yeah, you're going to have to clone yourself.
I know I might
Like
have
a
to bring in a
sheep.
ringer or something
Like
and
a
figure something
sheep.
out.
Yeah.
And he swings, misses, and walks away.
All right, and he goes down on strikes. On the mound for the Eagles is London Lawnard, I believe is his last name.
Now batting, number 14, Kobe Keeler.
Kobe Keeler, number 14, steps in. Man on first. Mr. Day is on first. Trying to see if we can get something going to move him around. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first inning, pardon me. And Turks on the bad end of a 12-0 score right now. And hit sharply right up the middle, takes a hop and goes into center field. So advances the runner, and now we got a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs for the Turks. Nice hit by Keeler.
Number 22, Jaden Lloyd.
And it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner come in for Keeler at first base.
He's our catcher today.
He's catch, that's right. Give him a chance to get his gear on and so forth. I do remember those days. My son Matthew was a catcher, so yeah, when you're like the last out of the inning and then you got to run in the dugout, put all that gear on, and run back out. It's like, yeah, you got to hustle. So, a little speaking of catchers, we got a little conversation between the Cedar Park catcher, pitcher, and shortstop. We're all going to have a little convo out there on the mound. All right. back to action here. Good sized lead for Mr. Day at second. Runner takes the lead at first. And the pitch hit and chopped right at the shortstop, though, over to second for the force for out number 3. So the Turks threaten but do not score. We make our way to the top of the second. The score remains 12-0. There you go. All right. Test, test. Oh, it's much better. Much better. All right. Sorry about that. Apologize. We had a little technical difficulty there, but I think we're underway now. So, executive producer Diamond Dave Moon, we'll say goodbye to him. Zoltan's here on my right, going to take things home here for the remainder of the afternoon.
You guys started you off.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that, Dave. And we've got an Yeah, we got a new pitcher in. It's Tremaine Powell has come in relieving Jack Hamilton. And we've seen Mr. Powell before, and I think he's done an admirable job in coming in relief situations so far this season. This is probably about the third time I think I've seen him come in and has had a good showing of himself. But again, today he's in against a pretty good squad here with Cedar Park. Hamilton fields it cleanly, comes up throwing, and just not quite in time. So good jump by the batter there, and he does make it safely, even though nice play by Hamilton, and Coy, but not quite enough.
See you guys.
All right, Dave, take her easy. Thanks, sir. All right. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs here in the top of the second. And lifted high, infield, and makes the play for out number 1. So runner remains at first. Number 9, Cole Fozzie steps in for the Eagles. High ball. And those of you that may not be familiar with Cedar Park Christian, as their name implies, they are a private Christian school located in the greater Bothell area, not geographically too far here from here in Sultan. Hit, chopped right down the first base line. That scoots into right field. Runner had a good jump, so he's going to go ahead and continue on to third. And runner's going to go to second. So the final result is going to be a double, moving his teammate around to third base with still 1 out. And we got a timeout. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner come in. Number 42 will come in and run at second base. And I don't have 42 on our list. And I'm not seeing 42. Here, I was going to give the young man some props, and he's not on the list. So apologize to any moms and dads that are at home, but the roster that we were provided does not have number 42 on it. So. And with that being said, we would like to welcome any viewers that are joining us that are Eagles fans. All are welcome here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Strike, nice pitch by Powell. Oh, hit off the chest protector and then right up into the mask on the home plate umpire. So he's going to step off. That's why we wear protective gear. Just for that exact reason right there. Well, Sultan, it's good to have you here today. How you been?
Fine.
Fine. Good. What grade are you in this year?
10th.
10th grade, sophomore. See, you got 2 more years to do this, man. You'll be an old pro by the time you turn to senior.
Yeah.
All right, so Keeler's done with his little convo there with Mr. Powell, and he's going to step behind the plate. Also, too, we want to say that weather is not threatening, cloudy, but not threatening at this point. The weatherman, surprise, surprise, was actually wrong. I told us last night that we were going to have heavy rain by now, but fortunately that has not been the case thus far, and we'll hope that rain will stay away long enough for us to get the game in this evening. Powell sets, comes to the plate, and lifted straight away, center. Center fielder's got a good beat on it, makes the catch. Runner tags at third and will score easily and make it now 13-0. So 2 down. And number 8 stepping in for the Eagles, Ben Hahn. That's low ball, and ball gets past Keeler, and runner will skip over to third base. And hits straight away center field, but he got a good beat on it and makes the catch for out number 3. So much better result than in the first inning. Turks give up only 1. We head to the bottom of the second with them trailing 13-0.
Let's say you're driving along in Washington on Highway 2.
All right, we are back, making our way to the bottom half of the second inning.
Now batting for the Sultan Turks, number 5, Austin Wiedemann.
And number 5, Austin Wiedemann leads things off for the hometown Turks. A little last-minute conversation out there between the pitcher and the catcher, and we're going to be out underway. That one almost landed there. Is that a little bit better, Sultan? No? I'm being told that my microphone's cutting out here just a little bit. That any better? Still, okay, let's hang on, folks. All right, is that better? Test, 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 test. Check. No. Test, test. I can hear myself. Check, check, check. Could be. All right, we'll go with this. So, executive producer Diamond Dave Moon, if we have some issues, please let us know. Oh, okay. So it must be something here. So I apologize. Okay, so the problem is in the booth. The headphone. Oh, okay. Sorry about that, folks. We had a little technical difficulties here in the booth. We thought we weren't coming through clear, but as it turns out, we are. So we'll put that behind us and we'll move on. And foul back off the screen. Outside ball. Swing and a miss. And that is out number 3. So, retires aside. We're going to move on to the top of the third. Turks trailing 13-0.
It's the home of the Turks, by the way. And you realize you haven't had a hot cup of coffee today. That's okay. Just drive east and look for the giant windmill located on the east end of Sultan. Even voted the best coffee in Sky Valley. It's a simple formula. Windmill plus hot coffee equals a happy you. Windmill Espresso, proud sponsor of the Sultan Turks.
And we're back. All right, just in time here to final warm-up tosses for Mr. Powell. And again, as I said, I've had an opportunity to see him now. I think it's about the 3rd time in a relief appearance, and he's done a good job, a good accounting of himself. Seems to be pretty steady in pressure situations out there, and a way to come in with a pretty rough first inning and get away with only one, giving up only one here in the second. We make our way now to the top of the third. And hit sharply into left center field. Oh, nice job at it. Nice stab at it by the center fielder, but just couldn't quite get there. So it's a stand-up double for the leadoff batter for the Eagles. And that was the pitcher. No, excuse me, that was Brett Henson with that. And London Conrad, the pitcher, steps in next with his teammate in scoring position out at second base. Outside, ball 1. Hit sharply to the second base, or the shortstop, over to first, not in time, and the runner's going to go from second over to third. So we're going to have runners at the corners here with no outs in the top of the third inning for the Eagles.
Number 17, Aaron.
And inside jammed him, but he got a piece of it and just blooped into shallow left field, just over Hamilton's outstretched arms. And Hamilton's getting up very slowly out there. And it looks like he took kind of he was really stretching and retreating quickly, and he fell onto his shoulder area, and he is yet to get up. All right, so Coach Day's out there. Coach Leverett's made his way out. Hamilton gets to his feet and just kind of rotating his shoulder a little bit. Looks like when he landed, he just landed kind of on his right shoulder, and he kind of folded up there. But he's a tough kid, and looks like he's going to stay out there on the field. And I'm going to take just a little brief break and make sure you can shake things off. But yeah, I retreated very quickly on a short little blooper into shallow left field, and made a valiant attempt at it, but unable to get there in time, and landed awkwardly on his right shoulder. But Hamilton looks like he's going to be okay, getting a few warm-up tosses out there and stretch things out. And looks like he's able to make that throw over to first base, so definitely going to be sore. He's still kind of favoring it a little bit, but he's a gamer. He's going to hang in there, and we'll be back to action here in a moment. So 14 run, as part of that, a run did score. So 14 makes it now 14 for the Eagles.
Number 4, J.R.
Outside ball. Wind's picking up just a little bit here, kind of swirling around. It was flag just to the left of the field here is waving brightly in the sky. It's way inside ball. Runners at first and second for the Eagles. No outs here in the top of the third inning. That's ball. Low. Oh, I'm mistaken. Got a nice little call there on the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Swing and a miss. 2-2. And hit the opposite direction down the right field line, and it drops in. Right fielder comes over. Runner's going to be sent from second all the way to home, and play at the plate, but no is safe because it didn't have a force situation in place, so had to make that tag and did not do so. So run scores 15. That makes it 1-5 for the Eagles, and the sum result is they have players now at second and third base with no outs. Outside ball. So we'd like to remind everybody that if you could help us out, we would really appreciate it by hitting the subscribe button there on your YouTube screen. Guarantee you're not going to get spam. We're not going to force you to be a Turk fan forever, even though that would be great. But again, there's no cost, no obligation, but it does help us get our numbers up for the folks at YouTube to get us to 1,000. 1,000 is the goal. All right, pop up high, Powell, and then Coy calls him off at first base and makes the play. So 1 out, runners remain at second and third. All right. Number 32 steps in for the Eagles. Outside ball one. So the breeze is picking up. It is blowing out from home to the outfield, blowing out to kind of left center. Fouled right back of the screen here, just above our vantage point. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the third. Eagles comfortably in command here in this game thus far. Ball. Outside, nice backhanded grab by Keeler. Mr. Keeler, I have a feeling we will see him on Wednesday, most likely pitching for the Turks. And he's played a lot of positions. See him at catcher, see him at shortstop, and obviously pitching this season first base. So very valuable young man to have on our teams. So walk issued, and the bases are now loaded. Going to bring up number 9, Cole Fazio. Oh, Fazio, excuse me, that's an I. I thought there was an R. Fazio, that makes more sense. Cole Fazio. You know, Mickey, I think we need to require these coaches to submit these rosters in typed form before the games, right? So that we don't have to interpret people's handwriting. Inside gets past Keeler, but they'll hold. And again, as I've said before, the area behind home plate here at Sultan High School is not real expansive. So if you're going to make that dash from third to home, you better be sure you get a good jump. Otherwise, you're most likely going to get picked off. Ooh, that's way inside. So Powell struggling a little bit with his control here in this inning. Not quite as sharp as he was in his first inning out. Nice pitch, dropped right in there. Not a lot of zip on that one, but definitely that change of speed got him looking. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases loaded for the Eagles from Cedar Park. And hit sharply. That's to right field, and it's going to go and hit against the wall on 1 bounce. And it's going to score 1, score 2, and the ending result is a 2-run single, long single, but 2-run single for the Eagles, making it now 17-1-7. All right, stepping in for the Eagles, number 42, and unfortunately we were not provided a name for this young man, and he slaps the first pitch to Hamilton, short over to second base for 1, and not in time at first. So we're going to have runners on the corners now with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd inning, and we got a timeout Stepping in, number 5 for the Eagles, Matt Gibson. Looks like Matt Gibson.
Number 5, Matt Gibson.
Ball. Oh, and outside. Again, we'd like to welcome any fans that are joining us from Cedar Park. We hope you enjoy the broadcast today just as much as we enjoy bringing it to you here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. High ball. And as we had said earlier, we want to bring you up to speed on other things going on this busy week on TurkPride.tv. After this pitch, 2 balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss, 2-2. So today, baseball obviously here against Cedar Park. We'll play again against the same Cedar Park Christian Eagles on Wednesday here at home on Sultan High School. Softball Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday the girls play South Whidbey and Thursday against Coopville. And then soccer Wednesday evening against South Whidbey and Friday against Kings. High ball. So 6 different athletic contests here this week. This is the first of 6. So as we said, executive producer Diamond Dave Moon is going to be a busy man, especially on Wednesday. And we hope you enjoy all the broadcasting here on TurkPride.tv. Strike. And Powell seems to be maintaining his composure out there under some difficult circumstances, both on the scoreboard and the base paths. But again, he's shown good. I've been impressed with his composure thus far this season. He doesn't seem to get rattled real easily. Slapped down the line. That's foul down the third baseline. And runner goes. And good pitch to run on. And it's ball anyway. So it's going to be loading up the bases here with 2 outs. Because we are coming up to spring break here very soon. This is the last week of school, and then the first week in April will be spring break. And as Mickey Miller, our PA announcer, reminded me, pretty light schedule here of activities on TurkPride.tv. Lifted to shallow right field, comes in and makes the catch for out number 3. So the Eagles strand 3, but score a few more and add to their lead. They now lead 17-0. All right, final warm-up tosses are being completed, and we will be back to action. Coach Leverett makes his way down to third base. And we're going to head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning here. And the Turks and the Eagles.
Number 2, Josh Whitmire-Skeet.
Josh Whitmire-Skeet, number 2, steps in, leading things off for the Turks. Oh, and he took one right in the left shoulder there, so he's going to trot down to first base. Mom shouting encouragement there as he took one for the team. He'll have a nice bruise.
Number 1, Lawson Coy.
He'll have a nice bruise on his left shoulder tonight. Lawson Coy, the first baseman, steps in, chops the first one foul back to the screen. For those of you that don't know, Josh's mother is our principal at the high school, Sarita Whitmire-Skeeth. And she and her mom and dad are both here in attendance today, cheering on there. And over to second for one, and a first not in time. And I'm starting to see some precipitation fall from the skies. Just ever so slightly, but
Number 7, Joe Day.
Joe Day, number 7, steps in next for the Turks. Foul back off the screen, strike one. So again, just a slow, I would call it kind of a drizzle at this point, has descended here upon us at Sultan. And so we're going to, obviously both these teams want to do everything they can to try to get this game in today. And lifted, and that is but straight away to right field, and makes the catch for out number 1. Or out number 2, excuse me, my mistake. 2 down. And Whitmire-Skeeth stays at first base. So Jack Hamilton, our shortstop, is going to step in. Jack took a pretty bad tumble in the last inning on the field, but
Now batting number
he's tough.
27,
He continues and plays on. Chopped foul. Yes, and I just noticed that thing you make that Lawson Coy is in as a pinch runner for Josh Whitmire-Skeeth. Oh, my mistake. I'm sorry, Josh got out at second. Oh, jeez, I got to pay attention here. Josh got out at second. Lawson is at first. There we go. Trying to do too many things at one time here. Quick throw back, and Lawson thought about heading over to second, but thought better of it. Ooh, nice hit, but right into the left fielder's glove. Just exactly, didn't hardly even have to move one step, and the side is retired. So we're going to head to the top of the 4th. Turks still trail 17-0. Now I'm curious that it seems like when the weather started getting cold and wet, that's about when Dave Moon went back to the palatial studios there at TurkPride.tv. In his nice warm chair and watching the broadcast on his big screen. You know, we know how that works, right, Dave? Uh-huh. Yeah. Leaving us out here to freeze in the cold. Well, we know. All right, enough about us. So we got, even with the weather situation kind of deteriorating slightly, we got a good group of fans that are here supporting the hometown Turks today down the first base line, and we even had a few fans that made it from Cedar Park that are here cheering on their team. So all are welcome here at Sultan High School, and all are welcome on TurkPride.tv. We hope you enjoy the game just as much as we enjoy bringing it to you here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. And Powell's completing his last warm-up tosses. And we are just about underway here again. Yeah. See, Dave sent us a picture sitting in his palatial studio. Sultan, you see the picture, Dave? So he's nice and warm, sitting there in the studios. He leaves us out here in the cold. Hey, so what's up with that? Zoltan and I want to renegotiate our contract, right? All right. All right. So number 3, our pitcher steps in, and Powell is ready, and he's going to take a look, and gets his sign, sets, and comes to the plate. Strike 1. Nice pitch on the outside edge. Rain continues to fall lightly here. This will not be an issue. If we can just continue to keep it at this level, we should be fine. Fouled off the screen. Strike 2, so quickly Powell is ahead 0-2 on the batter. Oh, that's outside ball. 1-2. High and inside. 2-2. High ball. Count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs here in the top of the 4th. And high, ball 4. So I see as I'm looking down the first base line in the stands for the Turks, Coach Garth McDicken, who is the head coach of the girls Turks softball team. Girls softball will be in action here on TurkPride.tv both Wednesday and Thursday against the South Whidbey Falcons and the Coopville Wolves, respectively. Again, Wednesday, Thursday, softball, girls softball here on TurkPride.tv. Outside ball. Two balls, no strikes, no outs. Runner at first for the Eagles. A swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Powell. Again, as we said previously, Powell's been a steadying influence out there. Has come in several times this season in less than ideal situations, whether it be base runners or the score, and has made a good accounting of himself. And ball gets away, and runner's going to scoot over to second. So, again, as we have said before, the Turks have a very young team this year. Not a lot of experience, not a lot of returners from last year, and so they're going to have some growing pains. And we have seen that thus far. And again, pitching is always just premium at the high school level, and the Turks are like many teams that just pitching is in short supply. And ball 4. So he's going to go ahead and make the walk down to first base. We got runners at first and second with no outs. And number 4 steps in for the Eagles. High ball. delivers and lifted. Just a little bloop right to the first baseman, makes it unassisted for out number 1. So runners remain at first and second for the Eagles. 1 down now in the top of the 4th inning.
Now batting number 14, Jensen Lovery.
Number 14 stepping in for the Eagles. And that's hit sharply, but center fielder had a good line on it and makes the catch unassisted. Runner's going to tag at second and going to get down to third safely. So we got runners at the corners now with 2 outs for the Eagles in the top half of the 4th.
Number 32,
All right. Number 32 steps in for the Eagles. 2 down, runners at the corners. That's high, inside, ball 1. Swing and miss. Outside ball. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. And fouled right back at our locale here. Good thing that wire screen's where it is, or it might have been right in our lap. And slapped right at, oh, nice play by Coy at first base and over for the out number 3. So no runs given up that inning, so things are getting better bit by bit. Going to head to the bottom of the 4th. Turks trailing 17-0. All right, final warm-up tosses happening here in the bottom half of the 4th. Will be underway momentarily. Rain continues. I'd call it starting to get close to a light rain. I think it's making its migration from a drizzle to a light rain. And again, everybody's desire, I think, is try to get this one in because Mother Nature typically doesn't give us the kind of weather she gave us last week. Is that I'm sure we will have many rainouts to deal with, unfortunately, as we just kind of getting our way into the heart of the season here. Spring sports on turkpride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Keeler steps in, number 14, leading things off for the Turks. Big open stance. And strike one. High. 1-1. Fouled over our location. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, what would spring sports in Washington be, Mickey, without a blanket and an umbrella, right? It's not spring sports in Washington without a blanket. As I'm looking down, people have blankets and umbrellas, and that's spring sports in Washington. It's cold and it's wet, so not like last week when it was like in the 70s. We could take more of that, but I have a feeling that's not going to happen that often. High ball. A little equipment issue here. Keeler calls for a time. I think he's got a shoelace that's loose. I'll get that dealt with. And again, for those of you that didn't hear, we'll give you an idea of our schedule here on turkpride.tv today. Obviously, baseball Monday, Clover Park Christian. Same 2 teams will face off on Wednesday here at Sultan High School. Elsewhere this week, we can expect on Wednesday, girls softball. I believe that's the first home game for the girls. Wednesday, we'll see them Wednesday and Thursday against South Whidbey and Coopville, respectively. Wednesday, Thursday. And then soccer. Soccer gets going Wednesday and Friday against South Whidbey and Kings. And Keeler makes the trot down to first base.
Number 22, Jaden Boyd.
Jaden Boyd, number 22, steps in. So we've got Keeler on first, nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. And jumped on the first pitch, hit very weakly to second base. Oh, you got to go on that one. That's a force. And makes play easily over second base. Get the leadoff runner for out number 1. And Wiedemann, number 5.
Batting number 5, Austin Wiedemann.
And Wiedemann steps in. Keeler still on first, and he jumps on the first pitch, and it's hit almost identical spot the previous one was, but this one is fielded cleanly by the second baseman for out number 2.
Number 11, Tremaine Powell.
So our pitcher, Tremaine Powell, steps in with an opportunity to see if he can keep things going here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss. We do have a pitching change on the mound for the Eagles. My apologies. Out there is Brett Henson, number 11, is on the mound for the Eagles. And slapped to the shortstop, over to second for the force, and out number 3. So, no runs for the Turks in the bottom of the 4th. We head to the 5th. Turks trailing 17-0. right, final warm-up toss is being completed by Mr. Powell. And it looks like he's going to go the distance here, finish things up for the Turks. And happy to report it looks like the rain has subsided, so I hope we'll get this inning in. Slap foul, strike one. And that's jumped on, hit sky high, but center field. And he makes play on it for out number one. And popped high, but foul out of play. One and one. Outside. 2-1. Base is empty. One out here in the top of the fifth. And the Eagles comfortably in command here from the get-go. Started out with 12. 12 in the first inning. In top of the first, they scored 12 runs. And the Turks just have never been able to recover. Since then, they've given up a total of 5. So as when Powell came in, has done an admirable job since relieving Jack Hamilton. And I think that's kind of been something that we have seen. Starting pitching has been a challenge in the Turks. Their starting pitchers have not been able to eat up anywhere near the number of innings that Coach Leverett would like to see. And when they have been relieved the Turks have found themselves, unfortunately, in some pretty significant deficits, where the relief pitchers are coming in some kind of tough circumstances. But again, it's growing year, growing season, young team. They're learning, they're gelling, coming together, and just enjoy bringing it to you on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. And jumped on, and that's going to be in shallow center. Second baseman goes back and makes the play and chases the runner back to first base. So 2 down. Brett Henson, number 11. Ball. I think you may notice we smell briquettes in the air. Somebody's barbecuing tonight. It's not the nicest night for a barbecue, but rain pretty much has ceased. So we're going to get this one in tonight. Ball. High. Swing and a miss. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at first for the Eagles from Cedar Park here in the top half of the 5th. And hit sharply down third base line, gets past the outstretched arm of the third baseman, and runners are going to be at first and second. Powell looks in, takes the count, takes the sign, and outside ball. Inside ball. Outside ball. Keeler gives chase, but nobody's going to go. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs for the Eagles here, top of the 5th. Fouled off the screen. 3-1. Strike 2. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Payoff pitch. Powell really would like to get out of this inning right now without giving up any runs. Oh, that's outside. He lets him got away. So runner gets a free pass down to first base. That's going to load the bases. And stepping in for the Eagles, number 17. Runners take their leads. Oh, that's inside. One and 0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Another nice pitch by Powell. And he's not the most overpowering as far as his speed on his pitches, but he's got he's able to nip at the corners, and when he can keep his control, again, he's definitely keeps you off balance, and right there shows it with a nice strikeout to retire the side. So we head to the bottom of the 5th. Last chance for the Turks, trailing 17-0. All right, we are making our way to the bottom of the fifth. And for those of you unfamiliar, there is a 10-run rule in high school baseball. So after 5, the differential can be no greater than 10 runs. So the Turks need to score 8. Excuse me, they would need to get it down to a difference of 9 to continue on to a 6th inning. So big hill to climb here for the Turks in the bottom half of the 5th. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Zach Robbins, first time we've seen Mr. Robbins today. And chops at it, but it's hit just a very slow chopper to the pitcher. Overfields it to first for out number 1. Bobby Tudor, number 6. So again, Coach Leverett giving some other players opportunities to get some cuts, as it's the first time we have seen Bobby as well. So swing and a miss. And nice hit. Tudor makes contact. And going to make a catch by the center field. But nice contact for that young man. And just in the wrong spot. And so the center field makes that cleanly. And so the Turks are down to their last out here this afternoon. And Lawson Coy, the first baseman, steps in.
Number 1, Lawson Coy.
All right. Swing and a miss by Coy. Took a big rip at it. Swing and a miss. So quickly, Coy is down. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here for the Turks in the bottom of the 5th. And hit a slow roller to the second baseman, over to first for out number 3, and that will do it. All right, so the Turks come up on the wrong side of a 17-0 score today. I want to make you aware that these two teams will do it again on Wednesday here at Sultan High School, 4 o'clock start here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Also a reminder, too, that we've got other activities here, other games, other contests this week. Again, baseball on Wednesday. Wednesday also softball, girls against South Whidbey. And Wednesday soccer against South Whidbey as well, and softball girls Thursday against Coopville, and Friday soccer against King. So we hope you enjoyed the game. My name is Dan Ballard. For myself and my producer Zoltan and our executive producer back in the palatial studios, Diamond Dave Moon, we say good night.